Hello again, this is Rodolfo Eric Angat, your teacher in Earth and Environmental Science. Today, we'll be discovering about deforestation. So I've searched the keyword deforestation in Google, and this is what I found. It provided me with pictures of what deforestation is all about, and it also provided me with a good meaning. Deforestation is the permanent removal of trees to make room for something besides a forest. This can include clearing the land for agriculture or grazing, or using the timber for fuel, construction, or manufacturing. According to the World Wildlife Fund, forests cover more than 30% of Earth's land surface, but this is rapidly decreasing. The rapid population increase of human beings results to higher demands for land, food, and resources. Now let's begin with the food. In order to satisfy the needs of the growing population, agriculture needs to use more land for growing crops. In order to satisfy also the need for food of the growing population, more livestock like cattle and other animals need more land for grazing. The need for houses and other structures require timber for construction and also for fuel. In the manufacturing, many of the products that we buy use wood in order for them to be completed. So the raw materials are taken from the forest. The rapid increase in human population is one of the reasons why the amount of forest is rapidly diminishing. Now, let's try to identify the causes of deforestation. Based on this website, mysciencesschool.org, the major causes of deforestation, let me make it bigger so that you can see the pictures. The major causes of deforestation are agricultural activities to provide food for the growing population, logging to provide raw materials for manufacturing, urbanization, more land are required to expand the cities and suburbs. Now, the fourth one probably is new to you is desertification. This is somewhat connected to agriculture and other human activities because once the land is used improperly or once the land is abused, the nutrients in the soil is depleted, and this causes the soil to easily dry up and result to desertification. This happened in the United States, and that very sad event was called as the Dust Bowl. We'll be learning about that as we proceed. Mining is also one of the results. Mining is also one of the reasons for deforestation. They have to clear the land and then remove all the underlying soil and rocks in order to expose the minerals. And of course, forest fires. These are the major causes of deforestation. Again, agricultural activities, logging, urbanization, desertification, mining, and forest fires. And of course, there are others, but for now, these are the things that are identified here. I did identify the construction of dams in our previous discussion. Now, what are the negative effects of deforestation? Increased wildfires, loss of biodiversity, increased atmospheric carbon dioxide, which leads to global warming. So more carbon dioxide in the air, the warmer the planet becomes. Of course, you need to remember this too it should be a subscript. Another effect of deforestation is increased flooding, disruption of disruption to water cycle is another one, and of course, increase in drought. So these are the effects of deforestation. Loss of biodiversity, you might be asking, how can deforestation lead to this? Remember, many of our wildlife live in the forest, and when the forest is destroyed or deforested, they lose their homes, and this leads them to die or even become extinct. Increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide. Plants use carbon dioxide to perform photosynthesis. Thus, they mitigate or even stop global warming. However, if we cut so many trees, then the carbon dioxide in the air will no longer be removed, and this will cause the amount of greenhouse gases to increase, leading to global warming. Increased flooding. Plants are very good in absorbing water and store this in their stems and leaves, and also let it transpire into the air, making our air cooler and sometimes also warmer, because water vapor is also a greenhouse gas, which we'll be learning too. Disruption of the water cycle. I mentioned earlier that plants absorb the water and release it through their leaves in the process of transpiration. This helps in the water cycle and increase drought. The trees store water in their bodies, thus releasing this water into the air makes the water cycle work or helps the water cycle work. Without that, then there will be no rain or precipitation. Now, trees help fight climate change. As trees grow, they help stop climate change by removing carbon dioxide from the air, storing carbon in the trees and soil, and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. We need the oxygen to breathe, and we get this from plants. Trees provide many benefits to us. Every, they, they really do. They offer cooling shade, block cold winter winds, attract birds and wildlife, and purify our air. They also prevent soil erosion because their roots bind the soil. Trees also clean our water because they absorb even the pollutants and process this. They add grace and beauty to our homes and communities. So we need to protect the trees. And what can we do to protect the trees? Anyone? We can protect the trees by applying or putting into life the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. If we do not consume too much, then they don't have to cut as many trees as they do. So always try to reduce consumption. Okay. What are the major causes? So we have identified them, and we have the chart here that can also show us logging, smallholder agriculture, cattle pasture, this is grazing, and large scale agriculture. You will see in the chart that agriculture is the main reason why deforestation is happening, and this is because of the rapid increase of human population. Hopefully you've learned something today, and if you have any question, please do ask. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.